since 6. I did an early show, and this is my fucking encore. This is so good to be right back at you. I've never done that. I don't do that, but thank you for that. What makes you, like, what goes through your mind that makes you go, like it's not a surprise? You know that I was going to be here, but yet at a certain point you go, I don't want to applaud anymore. I don't want to laugh yet. I'm just going to, and nobody even flinches when somebody's doing that. And this is the weirdest fucking night of my life. I gotta tell you something. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to be here back in my home country. But even more than that, I'm the most confused I've ever been in my home country, because they told me it's a holiday weekend, and every fucking person I asked, what is the holiday, has a different answer. Nobody, they said it's BC weekend. Some lady just told me it's Heritage Weekend. A guy looked it up and said it's Civic Weekend. Somebody said it's Gay Pride. There's anime people talking to me. What the fuck is going on here in Vancouver? This is the most... What? BC Day. There's another name. Why don't you come up with 5 more? It's great to celebrate. You don't know what you're doing, but it's a day off. What? BC Civic, don't argue. I was it was a rhetorical question. When I said what the fuck is going on, I wasn't opening it up to the floor. It was not for you. You realize this is a show and not a seminar. You don't have to answer. Even if you get the correct answer, I do not have the authority to move you into a bonus round. I'm just saying this is what it is. This is what it is. Pardon me? Howie Day. I bet, like, right before you said that, you were thinking, oh, wait till they hear this. I got a gem. I came up with something. And then you said it, and it was kind of quiet and confusing. Sometimes it feels different on the inside. You think, oh, and then it comes out, and it's nothing. It was really nothing. You know, that's the verbal equivalent of thinking you're going to fart, and you just shit yourself, lady. Oh my God. It's good to be here. I'm here. I came to town. It's so embarrassing. I'm in town with my wife. She's not here at the show with me. She's mad at me right now. But she's shopping. And I'm going to tell you this, and then because it's a late show, I can tell you this. I'm embarrassed because we travel together. I don't travel with her a lot. Like, she'll stay home. We're in a hotel, and I want to figure out how to say it. She, at night in bed, she's a screamer. She screams, even when it's not a holiday weekend. And I'm always embarrassed. I'm always embarrassed because we're in a hotel, we're in a public place, so you come out in the morning, you see people in the hall who are going down and act nonchalant, like, oh, it was them. And I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. All night long, she screams, get off of me! The fuck are you touching me for? And it's embarrassing, but she's a screamer that way. And she's mad at me. She got mad at me now for pissing in the shower. How many people, just by show of hands, pee in the shower? How many people do that? I wish he was here to prove it's not. This is a rule. It's not so much that I pissed in the shower. When you hear a rule, she said, Howie, if you're going to pee in the shower, if you must pee in the shower, this is her rule, you have to be taking a shower. And I said to her, you were, and I thought it was a golden opportunity. I also thought, I started peeing as a big, I started peeing, you know what I started doing? Maybe because I'm older now. I started peeing sitting down. Wait, let me finish. In the shower. No, I don't. I'm kidding. Joking. I use a urinal, which is so tough to sit in because my shirt gets soaked and my nuts smell like peppermint from those pucks. Which isn't terrible because when I'm teabagging my wife, it's like mint tea, and I just wanted to say that because they don't let me talk like this on America's Got Talent. I'm not allowed to talk about teabagging my wife. No, you're required. It's more uplifting. lifting than the teabagging I do. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say so much. To be on, network television is that's why I love doing this. But they so many rules. Like, I'm not supposed to talk about politics. I'm not supposed to talk about sex. I'm not even allowed to say "you cannot" with an English accent because they could fire me and take away my job. Do you know that? Yeah, isn't that terrible? Oh, you're saying, oh, like you don't, what? I'll show you, ma'am. Say to me, Howie, I want to come up on stage with you. You cunt! And I don't even have a great English accent. But you know what's weird? The guy beside you looked at you like, how does he know? And the thing is, but I don't. I'm just saying I like the later show better than the 6 o'clock show. Though, I'm going to be honest with you, we had a cunt at the 6 o'clock show. Celebrating Civic Day, or whatever. It's good. My wife always gets mad at me. She's out shopping now. She's in Granville? Is that where she went? What? Granville. But didn't I say it right? I said it right. Yeah, I said it right. She's shopping. I find it so weird to go shopping, like even with all women. Like she'll hold something in front of her and go, "What do you think?" Well, I think you're not wearing it. Yeah, women, they'll take a dress off a rack and hold it. How does that even work? Like, if I want to buy this hat, I would not go like, do you think this is going to look good if I put it on my head? Do you think this is make me look fat? She always, and she models. She'll like come out of a dressing room. She can't just stand she'll stand like on an angle. I think a lot of women do this. She go, honey, what do you think? I think you're standing like an idiot. What the fuck is this? When we try shit on, we go, is this okay? But women are on an angle with a leg. What is that? Why do you stand on an angle with your leg out? Is there a reason for that? Is there a reason for that? What is the reason? It makes you look thinner? This makes you look thinner? No, not eating cookies makes you look thinner. It doesn't work. This is a stupid trick. If this worked, fuck dieting, eat all the shit you want, stand like this for the rest of your life. People go up to you and go, Debbie, you look so thin, how'd you do it? It's a trick. I heard about it at River Rock Casino and I've been doing it ever since. If that worked, that's how you should all leave tonight. As you leave the show, just go, what the fuck kind of holiday is this? What is today? I don't know what we're celebrating. And the people in the casino go, look at the Howie Mandel audience. They're so fucking thin. I bet you tonight was a benefit for anorexia. I bet you that's what he was doing. I don't understand anything. It's not just my wife, it's the life with my wife and I, we've been married a long time, and we sleep in the same bed, but we live in like 2 different climates. How is that possible? She's always freezing, and I'm sweating. How is it so fucking cold right here? How is this weather right here different than the weather how is there not a cold front? How is there not a storm breaking out over my fucking pillow? And this is how goofy I am and stupid I am, and I don't know what's going on. I was in Shoppers Drug Mart, I saw a box and it said Monistat, and I went to buy it thinking it was a thermostat for one person. It's a Monistat. If she's freezing and I'm hot, if I just adjust the Monistat, the problem solved. That's not what it is. I read the box. Do you know what this is? I never heard of Monistat. Do you know what it is? Monistat 7? I don't, and I read the box. I'm more confused. What the fuck is a yeast infection? How do you get a yeast infection? Is that from sitting on filthy muffins with no underpants on? How do you even know? Just by show of hands, how many ladies tonight have a yeast infection? How do you know somebody has a yeast infection? She walks by and you go, I smell cookies. Like, why would you? If it's hot out, it begins to rise. But it's all kidding aside, is it bad? Like, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Yes. Does it itch? Does it burn? Yeah, nobody had it, but everybody knows exactly what it feels like. I get that. Okay. So here's what I want to ask you. The product, it was called Monistat 7, and I read it, and it said if you take this, within 7 days, it's cleared up. The bakery's closed. And then, so I put it back on the shelf next to another box that said Monistat. That one said Monistat 3. Monistat 3, if you take this, in 3 days, it's cleared up. That was next to a box of Monistat 1. 1 day, and it's gone. I don't have a joke, I don't have material, I've got a fucking question. What is the decision, ladies? Like, why, with this burning and itching and burning, why would you buy Monistat 7 over Monistat 1? How attached are you that you want to hang on to your fungus for another week? Why would you buy Monistat 7 over Monistat 1? Why? Because, why? Well, let me ask a lady. What are you doing? Why are we involving you, sir? Who brought you into this conversation? And the lady you're with looks so thrilled with you right now. Is a lady, can a lady tell me why would you buy Monistat 7 over Monistat 1? What? It's cheaper. Oh, the same answer. No, that can't be the answer. This is not the area that you should be budgeting. This is not the budget area. You don't save money. Can you imagine that? That's why they're saving money. Women all over Vancouver are just walking around going, those fucking tariffs. I can't. Rent is due in about a month. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't understand a lot of the things that ladies have. My wife was talking to me the other day about Spanx. I don't think Spanx I think that should be outlawed. I don't think Spanx are a thing. Are they a thing? Like, why would you do that, ladies? Why would you wear, I asked her that. She said because women want to hide like a muffin top or something. Can I just say something as a man? First of all, I want a woman. I want like meat. I want something to hang on to. I want a body. I don't want you to fake it and think about this. Like, I don't know if you guys know what it is. It's like a fucking sausage factory. They just jam all that meat and the pressure and the muffin top and this rubberized kind of fucking hose and create a shape that is fake. It's fake. What if we were single and I took you home? When do you reveal? At what point do you reveal? It's like accidentally pulling the cord on a flotation device and what the fuck? Where did this come from? What is this? Why are you hiding? This is a surprise I don't want. And here's the other thing that bothered me. I was looking it up and trying to inform myself about Spanx. Do you know that I'm not joking? Do you know there's something called crotchless Spanx? Do you know that? Yes, it's real. How does that even work? Scientifically, that makes no sense to me. I took science in school, and physics, common physics, said, this spotlight guy, he did that in the first show. I took a step here, and he goes, where the fuck did he go? I'm gonna stay still. Apparently they don't do Snoopy on Ice in this venue. Where's the dog? Where'd the dog go? Anyway, what was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought. What? Oh, crotchless Spanx, thank you. I don't know what I would do without you. Anyway, can you imagine me talking like this and doing this in a room alone? Anyway, you have no idea. I do it. Anyway, but crotchless Spanx don't work. Like if you, physics says that everything flows to the place of least resistance. So if you were jamming all this meat and flesh and muffin top and all this pressure into this rubberized hose, but you have an opening down here, I may not see your muffin top. I don't want to see your muffin bottom. I don't want your pussy to be 3 inches longer than my dick. I don't want, did you see the vagina on her? It was hanging down. It's a weird thing. Everything is weird. Like I'm older now, I have to get shit done that I don't want to do. Like, I wanted to have a colonoscopy. Yeah, I want it. Because I love photography, and I love but it's horrible. Like, it's not horrible to get a colonoscopy, and I think everybody should take care of their health. But I don't know if there's a lot of prep involved. More prep than I put into tonight's performance. It's horrible. Maybe you don't know this because this is Canada, but we have a thing in the United States now with this thing called Cologuard. Do you know what that is? Nope. Oh, I'm going to tell you, there's a commercial where you don't have to get a colonoscopy, you don't have to prep for it. They send you a box. It's a to-go box. You could shit in a box, in a cardboard box, and then you mail it away, and then, yes! And I'm like, well, don't say no. What the fuck? Why do I want to argue about shit I'm telling you? This is not a debate. This is a fucking show. Did you all come in one bus? Is this a group? You shit in a box and you mail it away, and I guess they test it, and then you find out if you're healthy or not. So, and then it's a commercial on TV in America. It's a cardboard box. First of all, you can't tell how big the box is, and even if you could tell, do you know how much you make? Like, have you ever looked before you flushed and went, "That's 4 fucking boxfuls." Like, I don't know what I ate. So my wife got so mad at me because this is not a joke. This is true. I ordered a dozen boxes. And I placed them all over the house like kitty litter. I had, what the fuck are you doing? In the den. I go, listen, this is for my health. If the urge, but anyway, I'm not going to get into the specifics, but I ended up shitting in the one in the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm I don't know why I'm showing you. I'm not going to show you, but you can imagine. I was squatting over a cardboard box. I'm shitting in a cardboard box in the bathroom, and I forgot to lock the door, and my wife walks in. The woman walked, she's right there, and I'm shitting in a cardboard box. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I'm a horny guy. I always want to have sex. My wife is beautiful, my wife is sexy, and I want to have sex at least once or twice a day. I want to, if you're shitting in a box, if you're shitting in a cardboard box, and the woman that you want to fuck is standing right there, like, what can you say? I just looked at her and I went, meow! I didn't know what to say. Welcome to my life. I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. I know why, because I'm not going to see you tomorrow. And I'm okay with that. And it's a holiday. It's civic heritage. Anime, Pride Day, BC thing. This is so weird. What else can I tell you? I could tell you so much. I love being here. I love my kids. I have 3 kids, and I just had my 3rd grandchild. I just had don't applaud. My daughter just turned 12, and we are so I have 2 daughters and a son. My daughter, I do a podcast with my daughter called Howie Mandel Does Stuff. After the show, go subscribe on YouTube. It's a lot of...
My son was on your podcast.
Excuse me, I have a call coming in. What are you saying?
My son was a guest on your podcast.
Your son was on my podcast. Jacob. Pardon me?
You met him 17 years ago here at the
I met him. Can I ask you something? Do I not look busy? He wants to reminisce. Go ahead. Jacob was on my... Okay. Is Jacob here? Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
Oh, good to see you. And you were on my podcast?
Absolutely.
Well, good to see you again.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are wearing the shirts, matching shirts.
Deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal, which is the... Thank you. Well, thank you for being part of this. Were you looking for the most opportune time to kind of... No, I love that you wanted to do that and everything. Can I just say something? And I'm just going to say it. Oh, they're turning on house lights too? You don't have to turn on... Please. Is that your idea, Jacob? Did you get here early and said, okay, I know that timing is important when it comes to comedy, but fuck that. At a certain point, I'm going to have my dad stand up and try to reminisce with you, and then I want the lighting director to turn on the lights. Like, let's bring the whole thing to a halt. If there's any way. No, that's okay. Thank you, Jacob. I really appreciate it. Did you have a question? Did you want to say something?
I've seen this like your show like every single day, watching like Deal or No Deal, especially like your America's Got Talent.
Well, I love that you came here and you showed up and you're a fan. I love that. Excuse me. Yes? I'm the best.
Awesome.
Who are you?
I'm Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Brother.
Oh, Jacob's brother?
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you too, buddy. And your dad brought everybody. Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. You know, fuck the show. Let's just go for coffee. Just go. You know what is weird? I'm going to be totally honest with you. I had an act, and then I met you people. This is we're reminiscing. At least that Jacob and Nicholas are nice people who came and told me how big a fan they are, and not like that bullshit bitch up there who said, no, there's no such thing as Cologuard. She argued with me. They love me. You're a bitch. So now what do you want to do, people? Apparently I have no control here. I feel like I should go out there, buy tickets, and just watch you. Tomorrow, people are going to go, what'd you do last night? We went to see Howie Mandel. How was he? He was okay, but you should have heard us. We were tremendous. We took the show to a whole new level. We are amazing. I was talking about my kids. My girls are both PhDs and masters. My son is nice also. No, I don't. Education wasn't his thing. We wanted him to be homeschooled. We really did, I swear to you, but I'll just say it. He wasn't accepted. And I was there when he got the letter. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking because he recognized our handwriting. And tough thing to go through with one person. One of my granddaughters, my daughter wants to raise her as a racist, and she just enrolled her in a special pre-KKK class. And they're not all gems, but I like to throw them out there just in case. It's so good to be home. This brings back so many memories. I love it. I cross the border no matter where I am, and I feel like I'm at home, and I remember so many things. My grandmother used to give me like a bath in her sink, and I know it sounds like crazy, but I'll never forget the day my wife walked in and went, "What are you doing?" Because my grandmother, like me, was also into cleanliness. So it's a crazy thing. Are there any doctors here? I'm going to take that as a no. I will take that as a no. There's not a doctor in this whole room? What? You wish? Why? Are you not feeling well? Why do you wish? Why would you wish? Pardon me? I was going to do some comedy, but apparently we have a real problem, and the road line over there. I wish there was one. I said, what's wrong? I don't know if you can hear her, but she goes, I don't know, I got a twinge in my arm, and I haven't been able to. It's not, I wasn't really looking for help for people, but I feel bad. What is wrong with your arm? We'll deal with that now. We could deal with that. Why not? I know this is a dream. I'm going to wake up back home in LA, and I'm going to go, honey, I dreamt I was back in Vancouver on a weird holiday. It's a holiday where everybody celebrates everything, but nobody knows exactly what it was. And I thought I was doing a show, but it was more just about arguing and talking and reconnecting. And what is wrong with your arm? Go ahead. What is wrong with your arm? What? You can't move your arm past there without help. Why? Can I ask you something? Why do you want to move your arm past here? What is, like, once you get to here, what do you need? Why don't you, instead of a doctor, why don't you meet people that will bring stuff to this area, and then you don't have to ever move your arm past there again. For a woman that can't move her arm, what are you fucking carrying? You got luggage with you. You're the only one here with giant bags of luggage, and you can't see. There's a lady up front. The one who can't move her arm brought more stuff with her. Pardon me? You only used one arm, so otherwise you would have brought the rest of the luggage. It's like you bought merch from Hoarders, the show. If you ordered merch from Hoarders, do you get that show up here? Yeah, if you've ordered the merch, they start sending stuff, and they keep sending it, and it piles up, and you don't want to throw any of it away. Holding it to the left. Okay, so we'll get your arm. Is there a doctor? No. How the fuck do you know? Like, if you're not a doctor, I get it. But how do you know? There's like 900 people here. As they walked in, you were going, are you a doctor? Are you a doctor? No, I need to know. Is anybody a doctor? Because Howie's going to ask, and I don't want to fuck up his timing. I want to know. It'll save time. And we might need one because there's a woman that can't move her arm past this. Pardon me? Oh, you take care of kids. Okay. No, I wasn't making fun. I love that you do that, and I love that. I hope that your arm gets better. This is like a joke on me. This is on your show. Okay. All right. You have no idea how uncomfortable I am. I don't know. I've never. 40 years I've been in this business, and this is the weirdest show of my life. Like before, we had a woman with luggage who can't move one arm, and there isn't one fucking doctor in a room of 1,000 people. Is what's bothering me. Pardon me? You're a nurse? Well, get your ass down here. There's a woman with a bad arm. What kind of nursing do you do? Obviously not emergency, because it took us 15 fucking minutes to find you. Are you really a nurse? Pardon me? For seniors. How old are you? You'll only take care of people over a certain age? What do you mean you're a senior nurse? How can you be just for seniors? How old are you? 38. Is that, what? 28. I was trying to get you help. She's 58. She's 58. She's 58. I don't know what I told you. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I don't even know why I was looking for a nurse. I don't know why. I don't have a nurse. I don't even have a doctor anymore. Do you know that I got banished from a doctor's office? This is true. My wife always wants to take care of me because she says I don't take care of myself. And so when I go home, she's setting up a physical. She sets up a physical for me to go to get a full physical. And I go there, and the doctor that she had made the appointment with is not there. He's out sick. How good could he be? So there's an elderly guy who says, don't worry, I'll take care of you. It's a routine physical. He takes me into an examining room. He says, what's your name? I said, I'm Howie Mandel. He doesn't recognize my name, knows nothing about my comedy or anything that I do. And he takes out a clipboard with 150 questions. Is there heart disease, cancer, do you smoke? And question after question after question, and I start to get bored. And whenever I get bored, shit happens. So he says to me, after what seems like an eternity of questions, I'm about to give you a physical. Is there anything I should know? And I say, yes. I didn't even have a yes. It just comes out of me. And he said, what is it? And this is my problem. I don't edit myself. I just like free flow, which gets me in trouble sometimes. I don't know why I said this. I said, doctor, there's a tone. There's a high-pitched tone emanating from my testicles. Can you please check that? And he says, doesn't even flinch. He says, fine, drop your pants. Now I'm too embarrassed to say I'm only kidding because he's not laughing like many of you right now. So I figured, Howie, you're an idiot. You made your bed, you lie in it, you'll never do this again. He's a doctor. So like an idiot, I undo my belt, I pull down my pants, and I'm standing there naked from the waist down in front of this elderly man. And this is not true. He got down on one knee, and he reached out and he clenched, swaddled, I don't know what the word is, but he was holding my testicles like a seashell, to his ear. He's listening to my nuts. And he looks up at me very clinically, very seriously, and he goes, well, I don't hear anything. And this is how fucked up I am. I couldn't let it go. I go, well, doctor, is it possible they're light sensitive? He looks at me like, what are you talking? I said, well, the only time we hear the tone is at night. My wife and I can't sleep. As soon as the lights go off, It's like a buzzing or a whistling. You know, like when you make tea, like, can you check that? And he goes, fine! And you can tell he's starting to get pissed off, but he's trying to keep his professional decorum. So he gets up, he turns off the lights in the room, it's pitch black. I'm standing there naked from the waist down in the dark, and this elderly man gets down on his knees and listens to my nuts in the dark. Now, I could not see him, but I knew he was there. Because, I don't know what I'm saying this, because, I'll just tell you, his hair tickled. So I start to go, so he gets up, he turns on the light and goes, you're doing that with your mouth. And I go, shit, that's what it is. You, sir, are a diagnostic genius. Thank you. He said, get out and never come back again. Now I go to the doctor all the time. I don't have my own doctor. I just went, I got a physical a week ago. A man did this to me. A man put his finger in my ass. A doctor, not a guy at the bus stop. Put his finger in my ass, and then he pulls it out and goes, you're okay. You know, and I'm thinking, just ask. There's no reason to, and then I think maybe it's my reputation precedes me. I'm a germaphobe. He knows I don't want to shake hands. That's his way of just saying hello. Instead of a high five, I got a low one. Other people have that test, right? It can't just be me. Please, one other person. I was bent over the table. The guy had his finger in my ass, and I was going to say to him, you do this to everyone, right? But I didn't. I didn't, because I thought that's just going to come off jealous. But other people had the test. Nurse! What's your name? Joanne. Are you familiar with this test? What is it? No, I know it's to test your prostate, but what do you like test? Like, here's my question. In this millennium, with the advancement of medical technology, you would think that they would come up with something more advanced, like a scan or a scope. This instills how accurate a test could this be? What kind of, it's not funny. Take this back to the medical community. This does not work. Like, how do you know that a prostate's enlarged or it's just a new doctor with a shorter finger? Like, you don't know. You don't know. Even if you would just take Sharpie and put a couple of notches on your finger and say, look how you're up to 3. What were you two discussing? I saw you discussing with her. You with the glasses on your thing. What were you saying to her? You were just talking. You were wondering how long your fingers were. Are you a doctor? So then why are you sticking your fingers in other people's asses? Why are you doing that? You know what I noticed I'm on the streets today? A lot of people do that. Why do people stick their finger in stinky places? Like, why do they, you ever watch that? You watch somebody and they do that? I bet you've all done it. You've all done either your own ass or your belly button. That's not even a problem. If you wait long enough, if you see somebody on a bus or out there sticking their finger in their ass and you just keep staring, I promise you, they always smell it. Like, why are they smelling it? Why? Like, why? Why would you, like, if you stuck your finger in your, no, there could be a reason that something's itchy, you're getting something uncaught, but then once your finger's been in your ass, like, what do you, like, you're not going to be surprised. Who put rose petals in there? Who the fuck put rose petals in my ass? Like, I'm fascinated by a lot of things. Like, why is the navel the only place that gathers lint? Like, why is that the only? We have so many other orifices. Nobody says, "Oh, my ears are filled with lint," or "My ass is just packed with lint." Why is it only the belly button? And for me, it's terrible because I have an outie, so it's like a spool. Just hear myself and then I picture and then I laugh. I enjoy me. Anyway, I go to just about every show I do. I'm such a big fan. What was I going to say? So what do you guys want to do now? We should go out in the casino. I don't want to do what do you want to say? That's for those that don't know, in the 90s, I did a cartoon show on Fox called Bobby's World, and I was like, "Under the boys!" and I wrote it. But no, don't applaud that. Don't applaud. You know how I got it? It wasn't even real talent. You know what it was? When I was 11 years old, I was at a birthday party and I was choking on a piece of cake. and I couldn't breathe. The cake was halfway down my throat, and I'm going, help me! Can't breathe! And there was nobody there, not even a nurse. And so I know how you feel, you know. But luckily the cake got dislodged and I lived, and I thought to myself, oh my God, everybody at the party was looking at me and laughing at me. If I could just bring myself this close to death each and every night, I could be an entertainer. So like an idiot, I practiced in my room just with the muscles of my, you know how I do it? I'll tell you how. You know how when you blow up a balloon and then you take the nipple and you spread it and it goes, with the air coming out? That's just air. I'm not doing a falsetto. It's just air. If I lose my voice, I can talk like that. So I got good at it, went to school, and in the back of the class, in my friend's ear, I would go, Howie. And he would laugh. The teacher would catch me and go, Howie Mandel, if you have something funny to say, you stand up and you tell the whole class. And I remember thinking, she's right. Why perform for one person when I have a whole room? So like an idiot, I would stand up and go, Howie. And she'd say, out in the hall. And I say, yes. Why play the small rooms when I can play the hall, the cafeteria? And one day, a holiday weekend in Vancouver, so this is like a dream come true, and I ended up going out to LA, and I made a living. I started doing voices. The first one I did was Skeeter. I was on the Muppet Babies, and I was Skeeter. It's not that great. Skeeter's the same voice. Skeeter talks like this. Barbie talks like this. Skeeter and Barbie. And then I did all the Gremlin movies. I'm Gizmo, the first little fuzzy one that got wet and started it, the little mugwai. It's not great. It's the same voice. It's the same voice. Skeeter, Barbie, Gizmo. They're all the same. I did have another voice. I could lower it so it sounded like I was in a terrible helium accident. I could do that. And before I was on TV, before anybody recognized me, I used to go to the emergency room at the hospital across the street from the apartment building I lived in, and I used to go up to the admitting desk, to the admitting nurse with the helium voice, and I'd go, excuse me, can I please speak to a doctor? And she would say, well, what's the problem? I'd go, what do you mean, what's the problem? I was at a birthday party, I wasn't the only one doing this, everybody was doing this. The helium balloons, they untied the helium, they sucked in the helium, everybody's going, listen to me, this is not funny. Everybody's voice went back to normal within like a minute, maybe a minute and a half. This is 2.5 weeks ago. Don't applaud. You're not applauding because you enjoyed what I just did. You're applauding because I ta-da'd. I know that from America's Got Talent and Canada's Got Talent. When people do this, it makes whatever they did seem better than it actually was, right? Even if a magician does something shitty and then they go like this, you, the audience, oh, that must have been terrific. Why would he ta-da if it's just a shitty little thing, right? Oh, you know what? Forget about magic or show business. We should do it around the house to make things seem better than they actually are. Like, honey, I just took the garbage out. It was under the sink, and now it's gone. I've been with my wife for 46 years now, so after sex, that's how I dismount. That way she thinks it was better than it actually was. And it works. I hear her saying things like, Howie, how'd you do it that fast? And you know what a magician never tells? I don't have to do it for sex. Sex is always good. Are there people here that have been in a long relationship like me? Yeah, how long? 35 years. And are you here, both of you here tonight? Are you? Hello? Oh, yeah, I'm here. I don't know. Sounds thrilled to be here with it. And is sex as good as it's always been? Sir, I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's what it is. It probably is as good as it always was. It's just not as frequent. Am I correct? Yes, she says. Because of you, right? The ladies. It's always the ladies. It's always the ladies. Yes, don't say no. It is. When we are young and the relationship is fresh, we're both like rabbits and we want to fuck all the time. But at a certain point, the ladies don't want to. For whatever reason, they make up excuses. And we love you and we respect you, so we don't say what we're thinking. We just roll over, we cry a little, and we go to sleep. But it's always the ladies that make ridiculous excuses that make no sense to us. Like you'll say, not tonight, I have a headache. That makes no sense to us. You know what we're thinking? I'll be nowhere near your head. I'll be so far from your head. I'll be way down here. I'll be in and out like a mouse. What the fuck does your headache have to do with what I want to do? That's like saying, we can't go dancing, my finger hurts. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I talked about this on the Tonight Show one night because I think it's kind of funny, and I talked about my own life and my own wife. I told everybody on TV that I went home one night after a show like this, and my wife was up. She was up. The lights were on. She was reading a book, and she's in the bedroom. My wife is beautiful and sexy, and she said, "How was the show?" And I said, "The show was great." And I looked at her and I go, "Honey, you want to fool around?" She didn't want to fool around, but instead of just saying no, you know what she said to me? This was her excuse. "Howie, it's 2 o'clock in the morning." That's what she said to me. You know what I wanted to say? What time does your vagina close? Why don't you just lower your panties so I can read the hours and I will never be late again. I said that, I told that story on the Tonight Show, and I was so afraid to go home because I knew that she had watched. But let me tell you how wonderful and funny the girl I married is. When I got home, she answers the door and she's got a note on her pants. You know what it says? Back in 20. She's my trophy wife. She is. Not the one you get for winning, the one you get for participating. Oh, boy. You know what? It's so weird getting old. I'm getting old now. I'm old. I'm going to be 70 this year. What do you mean, no? Yes. It's so weird when you're that. Yes! And there's so many things you can't do at this. Like, I'm not supposed to, like, if I'm excited about something, I'm not supposed to do this. Like, when you're 7 and somebody says, "I'm going to take you to Disneyland," you can go, "Oh, I'm going to Disneyland, I'm going to go." But when you're 70 and you're happy about something, you're not supposed to, you don't do that. Like, you can't go, "Oh, I got 20% off of Metamucil." I'm not supposed to do that. The other night, I write these things. The other night, I go to the clubs, I drop into the clubs, and my wife was there with me, and I said, "What do you think of the new material?" And she goes, "It's really funny, but Howie, don't do this routine, don't do that routine." And I go, "Why? Is it not funny?" She goes, "No, you could hurt yourself." That's what she said to me. She worries about me. But it's tough getting older. Like my wife, we had to go to the doctor because, like, my wife's getting, like, we're both getting older, but she went through, I wish there was a doctor here, but maybe the nurse knows. Like, when you get to a certain point, like she got to the point where there's a change in a female. Like, as you get older, a woman goes through a hormonal, she goes through, well, I'm gonna put it for layman, my wife is a bitch. So we took her to the doctor, and it was menopause, and she had to, in order to become softer and feminine again, they said they had to replace estrogen, and she had to wear an estrogen patch. Not like an eye patch, a bitchy pirate. Arr, bitchy pirate. But she had to wear an estrogen patch on her body, and you know what happened? So she wore it, she wore it home, and she goes to bed with it on, and we didn't know that it came off in the bed, and we didn't know that I rolled onto it. So for 2 weeks, I was so emotional. I was crying at every commercial, and the bitch is screaming at me, and I'm going, "Honey, I'm a delicate flower, please." And then we realized that I had the patch and she didn't, so it was all fixed. Yeah, terrible thing that happened to us. See what I'm doing now? No? I'm giving you, like a lot of acts, they do constant humor and jokes or music or whatever, but I'm giving you quiet time. A lot of people don't do that. Just for some time to yourselves. People tomorrow say, "What was it like?" Well, we had some time to ourselves. We really had to sit and think, where are you going to get silence like this? You guys going to go and gamble after? You should. I'm going to go out there. Somebody told me that they have the Deal or No Deal slot machines. I'm not saying, do they have the slot machine, the Deal or No Deal slot machine? Yes. Oh, so I got it. The last time, I've talked about this before, but we were in Vegas. I was playing Vegas, and I love playing Vegas. It's so embarrassing. I landed, when we played Vegas, I landed at the airport and the driver from the hotel said, Mr. Mandel, anything you like do you have any requests or anything? And I just always dreamed about this. I said, is there any way I can have a police escort? And then within a half an hour in my room, there was a woman in a uniform blowing me. And the thing is that you just ask and you get. It's amazing. But anyway,
Oh my God.
what do you think of that, Nicholas? It's Nicholas's favorite joke. I love you, buddy. Anyway, but this is a true story. We were in Vegas, and when we travel with another couple. So my wife had somebody to shop with and go, because I live like a hermit in my room. And I was in the room, and my wife called me and said that Kathy and Louie, which is the couple that we were with, just hit the jackpot on the Deal or No Deal machine, and they won $10,000 cash, and they're beside themselves. This is going to change their life. That is going to pay off their debt. It's amazing. Howie, you got to come down and see it. And they're really good friends. So I ran out of the room, down the elevator, and through the casino, and I see the lights going off on the machine. And as I get there, I see the people paying off. Louie's got $100 bills. They're paying off $10,000, and Louie and Kathy, they're both crying. And I give them a hug. And then I realize that we're surrounded, and these people are taking pictures. And then it dawns on me, they don't know that these are my friends. They think that when you hit the jackpot on the Deal or No Deal machine, that Howie Mandel shows up and gives you a hug. It's like I looked around and I went, oh shit, somebody just hit in Reno, I gotta go. And I watched everybody make their way over to the Wheel of Fortune machine to watch and hopefully get a Pat Sajak sighting. This is the first time I bought underpants online. I bought underpants on. I don't know why I'm telling you that, because I'm wearing them and I just know. But I never knew anything about underpants. I usually buy like a 3-pack at Target. This is the first time I saw that. I read about them. My underpants are moisture wicking, and that bothers me. And I wrote that down. It does. I don't know. First of all, I hate the word moist. I don't like moist. I don't like moisture. And I don't want any moisture or anything moist in my underpants. And if my underpants become moist, I don't want them wicked. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't want to be wearing something while the wicking is going on. I don't want moisture wicking in my pants. Don't wick them, burn them, bury them, rip them off of me, and get rid of them. And I wrote that. This is how I write. This is how I come up with comedy. I thought of that at night, and I wrote that down. And I write that down. I'm not kidding you. I write it on my phone. It's beside on the nightstand. This is my phone. I'll write it down, and then I email it to myself so that somebody in my office could write it down, and then I can regale you with this genius humor that I have. But this is the thing. I don't even think that's a great joke. The reason I'm mentioning it to you tonight is because I emailed it, and I never got the email. I don't know who I sent an email to, but somebody has an email from Howie Mandel that says, if my underpants are ever moist, burn them, don't wick them. So I'm hoping that maybe somebody in this room. Oh, what can I tell you? I'll show you some of the other stuff. Before that, I want to tell you, it's great to be here. I don't know if you've been reading, but LA has been through a lot of stuff. We had those fires. It was horrible. And I'm lucky, my house did not go up in flames, but I have a lot of friends that lost houses. But my daughter, Jackie, who I do the podcast with, was so worried about me. And she calls, me and her mother, and she calls us and she said, Dad, you got to evacuate. Please come to my house. Please come now. Please come. And I said, no, there's no reason to evacuate. She goes, please evacuate and come. Please evacuate and come. And I said, no, we don't have to. The minute I hang up the phone, we got the alert that we had to evacuate. That's not the funny part. I don't know that there is a funny part. But anyway, I texted her, your mom and I are evacuating and we're about to come. And then she wrote me back, she texted me back, Dad, you are disgusting, I don't want to talk to you, ever. I don't want to talk to you ever. And I go, what the fuck is this? We're right in the middle of a disaster. And then I looked, my spell check had changed evacuating to ejaculating. And I said, A text to my daughter, your mother and I are ejaculating and we are just about to come. Enjoy the fire. That's actually a very true story. I don't have to write comedy. My life is just comedy. It's just things. Are you whining out of a laugh? What was that? I just want to say thank you. This is the second show I've done tonight. I want to say thank you to the crew and everybody here at the casino at River Rock. You don't know, you're here just enjoying the show. You show up and you just watch it, but you don't know the amount of effort and time and people it takes to come in early in the morning, hours before the show, and set this up. And then after I'm finished, they're gonna tear this all down. This is great. What?
Thanks, Spotlight Guy.
Thanks to Spotlight Guy. He's a nice guy. He's doing his job. It's got to be. Are you up to? Can you hear me? Yeah. So what happened? Like, be honest. What's your name? Jill. Jill. So Jill, like, what? Is it a Jill? Okay. What happened? Like, how did you? I know you lost me. What happened, Jill?
A cord, like my chair rolled over a cord.
Your chair rolled over a cord. That explains it. Jill is up there. She's on a chair. She's following me. Lo and behold, there's a cord. You mean every time you move the light, your chair rolls along with it? Like you're rolling, and then there was a cord? Jill, what do you have plugged in? No, it's the light. The light is plugged in. I'm not making fun of you, Jill. I can't thank you enough for keeping an eye on me, for just showing everybody where I am. I love you, lady. Can I just say something? There's hundreds of people backstage, but you're the bright light tonight. You're the shining light tonight, Jill. Without you, tonight would be a little dimmer. Let's hear it for Jill. I think it's a guy named Ken. He didn't just, he got here early and looked at 4 or 5 different stool samples before he decided this is the one that should be in the show. I actually finished my show 4 or 5 minutes ago. I just didn't leave. A lot of acts have a big ending, not me. I'm staying right here. Thank you. Let me finish. I'm staying right here. I want you to get the fuck out. I need some alone time. Just me and Jill. What would you say? It's our turn. To do what? I don't know what you're saying. It's our turn. You just said it's our turn. I'm not going to make fun. Maybe, was it 5% off tonight if you have Tourette's? My turn. I love how people, like when I go to shows, I kind of sit and enjoy it, but everybody's looking at me like all he does is yap. We can't get a fucking word in edgewise. We have comments to make. We have things to do. And I'm getting somebody for your arm. Don't put your arm up. That's what we'll get the nurse for you. What? I'm your favorite judge on AGT. Well, thank you. And you're my favorite. Well, you're not my favorite audience member, but in that section, in that seat, you're my favorite. On this side, Nicholas is my favorite. And sort of Nicholas, but. Okay, all right. You can't hear her, but she's telling me that one of her favorite acts ever on AGT is The Unbeatable, and that's important. Yeah, I know you couldn't tell because she's sitting close, and she's close enough to see in my face, like, I hope she tells me what her favorite act was. She can see that that's what I was looking for at this moment, for somebody to tell me. A lot of people just sit there and wait for me to come up with stuff, but you know what I want to hear. You know what I was looking for, and thank you. And you can, and I knew that you wanted to tell me that. You didn't even have to put your arm up. Oh, you can't. You can't.
Let's see your belly button.
What?
Let's see your belly button.
I don't know why you're laughing. These people live amongst you. This is your town. I'm leaving. You're celebrating the most fucked up, confusing weekend anybody's ever had. You're a man that lives in your town and goes, I want to see your belly button. No. It's not part of the show. This is extra. I told you I finished my show. This is not even my show. This is an after party that I'm throwing and you can't decide. This is like a giant meet and greet. I love that. I love that. She sits in the front. You can't see this, the people backstage. Lady sits there. You're my favorite. Nobody's as good as you. I've been watching you for years. And then she gets up and goes, I've had enough. I've had enough. How about that? She left. She left. What? You have to go back to what? Expo. You're going to an expo? I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're saying, but have a good time there. Expo. She's going to... What? Expo. Jimmy. I want to buy a vowel. I don't know where I am. This is so fucking scary. I grew up in this country and I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I don't know what weekend it is. I don't understand anything. I don't know where anybody's going. Where the biggest fan walks out first. People just came in to say hello. I want to see your belly button. Oh my God. I'm like nervous. I'm nervous and scared. Let's play deal or no. So get the fuck into the casino and go play. Oh, I got an ending. This will make the show seem better than it actually was.